You raggedy bastards. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? Child, let's get into episode 7 of season 49 of Survivor. So, we see in this episode, we see that the tribes are now finally and officially merged. So they all come to one island, and they have this advantage, this challenge where they could get an advantage for the upcoming immunity challenge, where they just had keys in the spread out across the island, and the first person to get the correct key to unlock the box got the advantage, and Sage was the lucky person to win that one. And Sage is growing on me. I really like Sage. I really do. So we get to the immunity challenge, and it is a two-part situation going on. So the first part, you are competing to take part in the merge feast. And if you win that, then you go on to compete for individual immunity. And for Sage Advantage, she does not have to compete in part one, which was a grueling thing with that big old ball. So she was able to automatically, participate in the feast and get fed. And then she could automatically, participate in individual immunity. Okay, so I took down the names of everybody that made it to part two because y'all know I don't be remembering. So Soph, Sophie, Steven, Nate, Rizzo, and Sage all got to compete in part two. So the second part of the challenge was more of endurance and balancing with the ball. So Sophie was able to win the first individual immunity challenge for season 49. So congratulations to Sophie. So now that that immunity challenge has taken place, now MC is able to find her next clue so that she could find the idol. And while she's searching and doing the stuff for this, why Savannah? I do not like Savannah. I don't like her. She comes up and she's trying to snatch it from the girl. Like, how would you doing this be beneficial to your game? Like, wouldn't you want to be more strategic and like try a different approach versus being someone who would snatch something from someone like that? And it's just like, girl, get out of here. Anyway, MC was able to debo her out the way, got her keys, and she was able to get her idol. Child, it's so many different strategies and people plotting, and I don't know who's with who and what is happening, but we get down to tribal council. Rizzo does not play his idol, which I thought it would have been smarter to get rid of Rizzo, but they got rid of Nate. I am so pissed about that because y'all know I like Nate. Nate, if you're watching this, you did well, sweetie. You did well. But yeah, so Rizzo does not play his idols, so he still has his. However, Soph, she's playing this well. She still has the knowledge is power advantage, so she knows where. I think because MC played hers, I think she knows that Rizzo has his idol. So Soph, do not tell anybody. Keep it to yourself about this because that's where people mess up. Is they tell people that hey, I have the knowledge is power advantage, and then it just doesn't get played well. So yeah, in the end, Nate is the first member of the jury, and he is voted out unfortunately. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode of Survivor, and I'll chat with you guys next week in the next one. Peace.